Hey guys, Marty Boots here. Today I want to talk about XRP and what it could potentially do. There's huge news today that Ripple could be on its way to an IPO, getting listed on the stock market, likely on the Nasdaq, with a valuation of Ripple's valuation of about 100 billion in favorable IPO conditions. Okay, so there's quite a lot of institutional interest in it today, and it's in the media. It's kind of going viral in the media today. So we need to look to see where we could safely buy this without getting taking too much heat on the trade. Okay, so if Ripple is going to have an IPO, if you remember Bitcoin back in 2017, I remember it well, but it formed this very similar pattern that XRP has formed right now, because what happens is you get a trend. Okay, you get a trend or a pattern, and then you get a breakout of the pattern of the structure. You can see when the volatility increases, the dips into volatility can often be buys, and great buys at that, if it is a real true breakout, if Ripple is going to go into an IPO. Okay, if so, XRP would benefit. Now they are two different companies, but XRP would benefit in theory. XRP are trying to take over the banks in America and possibly around the world. Okay, so I know we're early days, but there is a lot of institutional interest, and quite surprisingly, XRP and Ripple is actually potentially trying to take over a lot of the banks and all that sort of stuff, at least get their foot in the door in the banks. So very important. If this is actually going to go ahead and the Ripple is IPOing, then there should be huge moves to the upside, right? And from here, right, where do we need to look? And if my memory serves me well, buying below this, because there's a deviation stop hunt kind of below here, which kind of fakes people out. It's the last flush. On big news, sometimes there can be a flush. On large news, it can kind of be a fake out before the real move. For example, in real IPOs, there can be, even if you look at the Facebook IPO, for example, there was a huge drop initially off the IPO. Same with a Circle. Circle kind of it bounced, but then it had a drop. And then that drop is the last drop before the huge move higher. Okay. So there may be this, remember, is a monthly chart here on Bitcoin, but this is a 6-month chart. Now, why is this important? Because there's 6 days left here. So in 6 days' time, this could start dropping down to give the buy entry that we are talking about. And if we can get that, it could be extremely powerful. Okay, so we need to, be on guard. Let me just draw this here again, just to kind of show exactly what we're looking at. If price can come down in below there, now I don't know if it'll get below there or just above there, right? But the ideal place is below there, because it will fake a lot of people out. It'll give an even better buy point. You can use this previous pivot here for taking the trade, managing risk, and all that sort of stuff. So very, 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 very interesting setup here for Ripple, because, if it's going to IPO, whoever thought Ripple was actually going to IPO? There was a lot of haters. Of course, the XRP army, was always believers, if you want to say that. But there was a lot of negative non-believers out there that thought there's no way in hell that Ripple would be IPOing. Very, very interesting times here, guys. Definitely do not sleep on this. This is your buy point for it before the last move, before the last dip down, the final dip before the last big move, if this is actually going to IPO. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, guys. If you want some other trades, we have a group of fantastic members in there, great education in there, looking for trades every single day. This market is starting to heat up. Institutions are coming in. We're coming into very exciting times. America is looking forward to buying the million Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff, and things are ramping up around the world. Institutions, governments, and IPOs, companies, stock markets, all of this sort of stuff, and real world assets and everything else. So crypto is getting extremely interesting, and it should start heating up even more. So yeah, come on in, check us out. Link is below in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the live trading room.